Why has this radstag got teeth bigger than my snake? Snake-like shape. That's how I would describe this river. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another top 5 camp locations video, but this is a little bit different. We find Jason Statham pissed up on a railway bridge in the forest. We find a decent supply of acid. We find some heads. And of course, we look at some camp locations, but this time we're doing it a little bit differently. I've decided to include random camp builds that I came across when I was filming these locations, a little bit like this one. Let's take a look at the first spot. Now, the first location is just here, near the Twin Lakes. Apparently, a super mutant behemoth spawns here, but I have never actually seen one, but that's just me. There very well could be one that spawns here. Now, as the name suggests, there is 2 lakes here. You have this one, which is slightly larger than the other, and they're both connected by this little stream here. Now, despite this being a marked location, you can actually place a camp down here, which is quite nice. This is the other lake. Again, it's quite a decent size, you can build on it, but it is the smaller of the 2. And this is just a video of the other side of it, and I'm going to show you what type of camp you can build here in 3, 2, 1. Now this is by far one of the nicest camps I've randomly come across in the Wasteland. Its owner is SAS Soldier 2007. Because all these camps are just random ones that I found on the server, I don't have much information on who built them. But it turns out that a fellow Fallout 76 YouTuber, Starwood Thug, actually built the exterior of this one. I'll leave a link to his channel down in the description. Other than being a really nice design, it's got some nice little touches too. This swimming pool here, for example, with the lights just inside the water. The shelves poking through the wall there. Now again, that's quite a simple technique, but it's very effective. You can see inside there how he's glitched them through the wall to give that effect on the outside. I love how the lamp is also held by that statue, really nice touch that. Now, SAS Soldier did all the interior design himself as far as I'm aware, including this little TV area. That is absolutely amazing. I love these flat screen TVs that have just appeared out of nowhere recently. Top marks guys to both of you, very nice job. Now, this next location I'm going to be showing you is rather different. There's not much going on here, it's a pretty location, but it does have one really nice feature. This railway bridge here. Now, you're probably thinking, why are you showing me a railway bridge? Well, it's because you can do some pretty damn cool camps with locations such as this. You've got this lovely stream here, the natural beauty of the forest, which is always a nice thing. There's a view from the other side. And of course, you have Jason Statham. There is a random scavenger that appears here all the time, but it's not always Jason. Let me show you what can be done with this location. Here is a camp built by Future Rustic 13. Look at that, he's built himself a train station. Simply lovely. I absolutely love unique builds like this, you know, stuff you don't see every single day knocking around the Wasteland, and this one has been very well put together. Everything is straight, everything is uniformed, it's very well done. I mean, just take a look at how them foundations sit equally on the bridge. It's little things like that that make a massive difference to a camp. And here's another feature. The conduits going through the stair posts themselves, not just around it or behind it or in front of it. They actually merge through it. Again, a nice little trick there. And here's a view from the other side of the bridge. And here's one last shot of the camp. Thank you very much, Future Rustic, for letting me use your camp in this video. Much appreciated, fantastic job. Why has this radstag got teeth bigger than my snake? Snake-like shape. That's how I would describe this river, and there is a lot of locations you can place your camp here, but this one is my particular favourite. As you can see, the river is absolutely beautiful, and it's like this near enough the full stretch of it, so this whole entire area is perfect for placing down a camp. You're not going to be disappointed with the views, but there is a particular reason why I've chose this location above anywhere else on this entire river. And this is it, this little wee boat here. Now it's in good nick, it's still floating, which is unusual for Fallout, and it has a Raider NPC on it. Here's an example of a camp that I found in this location. I don't know who built this one, I didn't get a chance to check, but it's very simple and it does the job nicely. Here's another shot of this little boat here. Very nice indeed. And here's the Raider that I was talking about, standing on the boat itself. Very nice location, absolutely love this place. Right, so this location is actually quite well known and it's the Stone Arch. You've probably seen it before, and there's quite a few reasons that you want to be building here. The first reason is really quite obvious, it's a really unique location. There's nowhere else in the game that has this kind of rock formation that you find here, and it really does set this location apart from anywhere else in Fallout 76. Another reason, the location is based on top of a cliff, so you get absolutely beautiful views if you build your camp on the top of it. The third reason, there's resources. Now, I think this one here is copper, or it could be lead. I don't know, I've got a bad memory. And at the bottom of the cliff, you've got this cave. Now, you can actually build inside of here, and it's got a lovely acid deposit. And we know how hard it is to come by acid in the game. It can be a right pain in the arse. Now, despite being a popular spot, I didn't find many camps up here when I was on the server, but I did find this, which is quite unusual. It's kind of a stepped farm. I've never seen anything like this before, and I thought it was just pretty unique. The second camp I found was this one. Now, this was actually built into the acid cave itself, and the use of space in here was absolutely phenomenal. This is the acid extractor, as you can see right here. But the area actually looks bigger with a camp in it. It really did throw me when I came back to record the location with no camp here. Really, really strange how it's been done. It's even got a second level in it as well. Look at that, you see. I did like this more than I should have done, really. Before we go to the last location, let me give you a word of warning about this one. There is a fissure site nearby, so if you don't want to fight Scorch Beasts, this may not be the place for you. Don't say I didn't warn you. Now, this next location is actually two little locations that are bunged together because they're so close to each other. I really did struggle to find camps up here, and when I did find one, it logged out really quickly. But this is the area in general. It's extremely flat, it's got amazing views going out across the Toxic Valley, and it does have some nice little raidery features there as well that you can incorporate into your build. Here's a better look at them raider structures. Now, as you can see, there's not much, but there's some heads on spikes. You've got a couple of these raider sail things. I'm not sure the technical term for them, but it's something like that. But it just adds to the location a little bit. Now, this is the view that I was talking about. All that white down there isn't anything to do with some filter that I've put on during recording. That is genuinely what it looks like most of the time. And this is just another angle of the location up at the top here. As you can see as well, there's actually a couple of raider cages. This is the only footage of a camp I could find, and as soon as I got there, within a couple of minutes, the guy logged out. But it's just a simple log cabin, and I think this build set fits in really well with this location. The next little spot is just down the cliff from here, not too far away at all, and it's literally just a couple of tents, as you can see here. Nothing too special, but you can build around it, and again, it's a nice little feature to add to your camp. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. It was an absolute ball ache to film. Let me tell you now, I had to server up more times than Tigger bouncing on his tail. Trust me, it was a bugger. If you did like it, could you please consider hitting that subscribe button, or even just giving me a thumbs up? It is all appreciated. Stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next one.